Ok, hello các bạn, hôm nay mình sẽ học qua chương 2. How to decide a methodology, cách chọn ra phương pháp và research approach and method. Đây là chương 2, ok. Rồi. Ờ, Rồi, đầu tiên là research methodology là the philosophy or general principle that guide the research. Đó là philosophy hoặc là principle that guide the research, gọi là research methodology, phương pháp. Thứ hai là research method. Research method là the tools, là the tool used to gather data. Methodologies là principle hoặc là philosophy. Còn research method là tool used to gather data. Research method. Triangulation. Đây. Triangulation là the use of a combination of the qualitative and quantitative forms of inquiry. Triangulation là the combination of qualitative and quantitative inquiry, form of inquiry, sự kết hợp giữa định tính và định lượng, gọi là triangulation. Rồi, ok. Type of research. Research can be classified from three perspective, application, objective, and mode of inquiry. Alright. Application, objective, and inquiry mode. Application là có pure research and applied research. Objective, cái này là thôi để mình phân tích đây nha. Application là mình có thể áp dụng vào trong cái nào. Thứ nhất là pure research, chỉ nghiên cứu thôi, chỉ nghiên cứu để đó thôi, một cái thông tin gì đó. Còn applied research là có thể áp dụng vào thực tế được, nó gọi là application. Thứ hai là objective, mục đích nghiên cứu là có hai thằng, có 4 thằng. Descriptive research, mô tả. Exploratory research là tí nữa đi đang học. Rồi thứ hai là exploration research. Rồi tiếp theo là correlational research và explanatory research. Tí nữa nó là cái gì mình sẽ xuống dưới mình học ha. Rồi thứ ba là inquiry mode thì sẽ có là quantitative research and qualitative research. Application, objective, and inquiry mode. Alright, application, objective, and inquiry mode. Rồi chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu nghiên cứu nha. Đầu tiên là pure research. Research focus on developing and testing theory and hypotheses that they are intellectually challenging. Developing and testing theories that they are challenging, that are intellectually challenging. It aims to advance knowledge without immediate practical application, often focusing on refining a research method, procedures, or tools. It aims to expand your knowledge without any practical application. Nó gọi là pure research. Developing and testing theories and hypotheses that are intellectually challenging without the practical application. Yeah. Tiếp theo là applied research. Research that applied methods to collect information about a situation, issue, or phenomenon for practical use. Research that applies method to collect information research for practical use. Nhớ vậy rồi, research for practical use là cái này nó sẽ common in social sciences. It uses research finding for purposes like policy formulation, administration, and improving understanding of a phenomenon. Alright? In social sciences, it's common in social sciences and is used finding for purposes like formulation nè, định hình là những cái nguyên tắc nè, rồi administration, quản trị nè, rồi improving understanding of a phenomenon. Đó nè, cái đó là pure research và applied research nằm ở trong phần application. Rồi tiếp theo ta sẽ qua tới phần là objective nè, objective là ở giữa nè, thấy không? Rồi đầu tiên ta có loại là descriptive study, a study that systematically describe, thấy không? Nó là descriptive, nó là sẽ describe situation, problem, phenomenon, service program. It just describe. It's a research that describe a situation, phenomenon, problem, or something. Correlational study. A study that establishes the existence of a relationship, association, or interdependence between two or more aspects of the situations that established. The correlational study established the relationship, the association, the interdependence of two or more factors of two more aspects of a situation, làm rõ mối quan hệ giữa chúng, đó gọi là correlational study. Rồi, explanatory research. Research that classify why and how relationship exist between two aspects of a situation. Cái này á là nó chứng tỏ cho thấy cái sự tồn tại của mối quan hệ. Còn explanatory là tại sao và như thế nào lại có cái mối quan hệ giữa hai khía cạnh này. To examines to clarify why and how the relationship between two aspects exist. Why and how the relationship exists between two aspects of a phenomenon. Alright? Rồi. Đó là explanatory. Rồi. Explanation. It goes beyond correlation to explain the reason behind relationship. Why stressful is to reason behind. Rồi, exploratory conducted to explore an area with little known information. To explore an area with little known information to access a larger study. Rồi 4 loại nha. Đầu tiên là descriptive. To describe situation, problem, or phenomena. Correlational study. To establish the relationship between two aspects. Rồi explanatory là to clarify the reasons why and how the relationship exists between two aspects of a situation. Exploratory là to explore a little known field information for access into a larger board of information, a larger study. 4 loại. Rồi, type of research, mode of inquiry, perspective. Structure approach. Structure approach, a research that approach everything. Objective design is determined. Cái này ghi là quantitative cho rồi đi. Cái này là quantitative nha. Tự nhiên cái ai mà cũng paraphrase lại. Quantitative. Alright. Quantitative. Còn cái này là qualitative. Rồi, quantitative. Rồi, đầu tiên là quantitative. A research that approach everything. Objective design ensemble is predetermined nha. Predetermined đã được xác định trước. Còn qualitative approach that allows flexibilities in objective design and question. Nhớ cái này là predetermined. Fix them before the research, before the process. Còn cái Qualitative là more flexible during the process, kiểu như vậy. Objective design đồ đó. Differences between qualitative and quantitative research. Alright, rồi. Qualitative research. Research focus on describing and understanding experiences, meanings, and perception. Focus on describing and understanding experiences, meaning, and perception. Understanding. Underpinning philosophy, knowledge comes from sensory experiences, approach the unstructured, flexible purpose. Describe variation in a phenomenon. Describe variation in a phenomenon is qualitative. Measurement emphasize description of variable, not numerical measurement. Description of variables do not have numerical measurement. Sample size, use smaller samples. Focus cover multiple issue. Fewer respondent. Value, prioritize authenticity and knowledge. Knowledge is research bias. Topic, explore experiences, meaning, perception, feelings. Analyze it, identify themes come from responsive, narrative, and observation. Finding, descriptive and narrative in nature. Narrative. Đối với lại quantitative research. Research focus on quantifying an extent of a variation in phenomenon. Focus on quantifying a research an extent of variation in a phenomenon. Alright. Okay, mình sẽ so sánh nha. Empiricism. Knowledge comes from sensory experience. Thôi, đọc cái bảng này đi. Sao bên đây nó làm cái bảng thấy dễ hiểu không nào? Underpinning philosophy. Đầu tiên là cái triết lý của nó. Đầu tiên là quantitative rationalism. That human beings achieve knowledge because of their capacity to reason. Còn cái qualitative research là the only knowledge that human being acquire is from sensory experience. Sao trời? Cái này là cảm nhận, ý là cảm nhận, còn cái này là phải dựa trên là phải có lý do, con số rồi đầy đủ nè, không? Là which come from này. Rồi, cái này là structure nha, structure, rigid methodology, còn cái này là unstructured, flexible. Cái này là approach là structure, còn qualitative là unstructured. Main purpose là để quantify the extent of a phenomenon. To quantify an extent of a phenomenon. Còn này là describe a variation. Measurement. Cái này là emphasize measurement of classification of variables. Còn cái này describe, cái này chủ yếu là describe, còn cái này là emphasize rồi quantifies, còn cái ở trên là chủ yếu là describe. Use a larger sample, bự hơn, bự hơn. Focus narrow, nhưng mà collect data from more respondent. Còn cái kia là larger focus but few respondent, còn là more respondent. Đó cái là của quantitative nha. Emphasize reliability and objectivity. Còn cái này là authenticity, knowledge, and social bias. Explain prevalence, incident, issue, or formulate theories. Analyzes statistical procedure like frequently distribution or cross-tabulation. Finding analytical, drawing inferences, and testing relationships. Then quantitative, how much is the relationship between how do people phân biệt với hai cái này ha. How in a relationship, how do people witness? Understand này là hiểu thôi đúng không? What is the experience? Understand nè, experience nè, mean, experience nói chung là rồi trong quantitative research ta sẽ có các loại là experimental research, correlational research, casual comparative research, and survey research. Đầu tiên, experimental research involve manipulating conditions to study effects. Testing a new teaching condition involve manipulation condition to study effects. A new teaching method. Background grades. Experimental. Thứ hai là correlational, a relationship among variables, suggesting possible cause and effects. Correlational là một mối quan hệ hết. Casual comparative research. Compare groups with different experiences to identify causes. Compare groups with different experiences to identify causes or consequence. Survey research. Describe characteristics of a group using tools like questionnaire or interview. Trong quantitative tôi sẽ có là experimental research, correlational research, rồi casual comparative research and survey research. Tiếp tục trong quantitative research ta có ethnographic research là document everyday experiences using observation and interviews. Documentation everyday using observation and interview. Document everyday experiences. Ethnographic. Everyday experience of people using observation and interview. Ethno research là những cái quan sát, những nghiên cứu, những cái mà hoạt động hàng ngày của người ta là ethnographic research. Tiếp theo là case study. A detailed analysis of one or a few individuals, unit, situation. A detail of one or few individuals is a detailed analysis of one or a few individual social unit situation, can be qualitative or mixed method research. Case study thì thường là mình nghe nói case study là một cái trường hợp cụ thể nào đó, đúng không? Cho nên là nó là chỉ nghiên cứu về một người thôi hoặc là một vài người thôi. a detailed analysis of one or few individuals or situations. Action research. Research by practitioner to improve their practice. A teacher studying the impact. Action research là a research carried out by a practitioner who is in their field, who has an expertise in their field, who have expertise in their field. Ví dụ như là a teacher studying the impact of a new classroom strategy, Okay? Rồi. It's a type of research practitioner desire to help improve their practice. Nó làm để họ tự carry out and improve their practice. Nó gọi là action research. Tiếp theo là grounded theory. Chỉ riêng cái nào research, có mỗi cái này nó là theory. Là generate theory from the data. From the data. Where the theory emerged during the developing a theory of student motivation based on interviews, generating theories which is grounded in the data, has emerged from the data. So the theory is come from the data. It's called grounded theory, right? So we have total. All right, let's check it again. Alright, for quantitative research, we have experimental research, correlational research, casual comparative research, and survey research. First, experimental to manipulate condition and study effects, testing a new thing, testing something. Okay, manipulate the condition of a study effect. Correlational to involve study relationship between two things, maybe cause possible cause and results, cause and effect results. The correlation between stress and health issues. Tiếp theo là casual comparative research, là compare groups with different experience to identify cause or sequences. Compare groups with different experience. Comparing students with different teaching methods. Compare groups with different experience to identify cause and effects, cause or consequences. Đó là casual comparative research. Groups. Rồi tiếp theo là cuối cùng là survey research, là describe characteristics of a group, describe characteristics of a group using tools like questionnaire, interview. Tiếp theo là qualitative research thì có 4 loại, là đầu tiên là ethnographic research, rồi case study, action plan, action research, và cuối cùng là grounded theory. Đầu tiên là ethnographic research, là document everyday experiences of a group of people using observation and interview. Everyday, nhớ nha, ethnographic research là use everyday documents by observe and interview. Thứ hai là case study, là detailed analysis of one or few people or situation. Vậy thôi. Tiếp theo là action research, là a research carried out by a practitioner to improve their skill and knowledge. Cuối cùng là cái gì? Theory gì đó? Grounded theory, là a theory evolved from the data, emerged from during the study. The research process. Recap from lesson 1. Decide what to research, formulate, planning, conceptualize, research design nè, instrument nè, rồi gì nữa? Research proposal nè, writing a sample. Sample nữa, rồi a proposal, rồi conduct là đầu tiên là collect data nè, rồi summarize organize, summarize, display data, cuối cùng là writing research report. Đó. Rồi, characteristics of a research process. Rồi, ví dụ rigorous, explanation, systematic, explanation, valid and variable. Explanation này đây. Có mấy cái này nha. Có 5 cái characteristic of a research process. Rồi, đầu tiên là procedure must be relevant, appropriate and justified. Relevant, appropriate and justified. Rigorous. Relevant, appropriate and justified. Tiếp theo là systematic. Systematic, follow a logical sequence. Phải follow a logical sequence. Gọi là systematic. Rigorous, systematic. Rigorous, systematic. Valid and verifiable. Finding must be correct and be confirmed by others. Can be confirmed by others. Valid and verifiable. Verifiable. Tiếp theo là empirical. Empirical là conclusion or based on evidence from real life experiences or observation. Empirical conclusion are based on evidence and from real life experience or observation. Empirical là thật ở tính thật. Critical procedure and method must withstand scrutiny. Scrutiny. Critical. Rồi, đầu tiên là rigorous, systematic, empirical, critical, valid and verifiable. Có 5 tính cách của một cái research. How to choose your research method. Oh, this one is important. Rồi. How to choose your research. Using interview. Cách 1. Using interview. Unstructured interview. Also called history interview. In-depth interview where the participant freely discusses with their perspective. Unstructured interview also called the history interview where the participant answered the question freely with their perspective. Semi-structured interview. Interview with a set list of questions but with flexibility for additional topic. Alright, semi-structured, unstructured, semi-structured. Hơi có structure một chút. Là interview with a set list of questions but with flexibility for additional topics. Này là có set of question nha. Rồi, structure interview. Interview with standardized question asked in the same order to all respondents. Standardized question asked in a fixed order for all respondents. Còn cái này là a set list of question but allow additional topics. Là semi-structured, còn structure luôn là a standardized set list of question put in order for all respondents. Tiếp theo cái này nó không để vô ta. Oh my god. Rồi, cái này chỉ được dùng trong qualitative research thôi. Cái unstructured này chỉ được dùng trong qualitative research nha. Đó, qualitative research. Rồi, cái này trọng này, cho nên là mình phải thêm vào. Sorry. Đối với lại unstructured research thì sao? Researcher need to establish rapport with the participant, xác lập mối quan hệ với người tham gia. Phải tin tưởng để người đó là có thể là review những cái intimate life information. Đó, thứ nhất là phải create rapport. Thứ hai là remain alert, recognizing important information and probing for more detail. Đó, nói chuyện với người ta mà nếu người ta nói chuyện thoải mái quá hoặc là người ta quên mất cái chủ đề mà mình cũng quên mất, mình đi theo luôn mà mình bỏ quên những cái thông tin quan trọng là không đúng, cho nên là phải alert, recognizing important information and probing for more information, và kích hỏi những người ta những câu hỏi để người ta nói thêm những cái thông tin quan trọng cho mình. Đó là thứ hai nè, recognizing important information. Thứ ba là know how to tactfully shear someone back from totally irrelevant digression. Phải lôi người ta lại nếu mà người ta nói nó bị lệch hướng quá, không? Can steer someone back. Thứ ba, còn thứ tư là realize that unstructured interview can produce a great deal of data which is quite hard to analyze, which is difficult to analyze. Phải nhận ra là unstructured interview là sẽ rất là khó để mà analyze. Có 4 cái vậy. Tiếp theo là Semi-structured review is perhaps the most common type of interview used in qualitative social research. Most common type. The researcher wants to know specific information which can be compared and contrasted with information gained in an interview. Same question. No, cái này xuống này. Đó là the most common type in qualitative social research. The researcher produces an interview schedule with a list. Tiếp tục là structured interview. Rồi, ok, vậy thôi. Rồi. Tiếp theo chúng ta sẽ qua là đúng rồi, có 3 loại nha. Unstructured, structured và unstructured, semi-structured và structured. Cái này thì dùng cho hai cái này thì dùng cho qualitative rồi đó. Survey research. Ok, structured interview là survey research, và survey research thì nằm ở trong quantitative, đúng không? Này đúng không? Quantitative survey research. Structured interview là dành cho bên hành kia. Rồi, ta sẽ qua tới focus group. Focus group. A discussion led by a moderator to explore a specific issue. Multiple people discuss a topic together, guided by a facilitator who asks questions and keep conservation and track popular in market, political and educational research. Focus group. Rồi, I asked to come together to discuss. Từ quan trọng của thằng focus group này là discuss. Multiple people discuss topic together, led by a facilitator for focus group. Advantages and disadvantages. can receive a wide range of responses during one meeting. Participants can ask questions each other. Listening impact of a research bias. Help people to remember issues that may have forgotten. Help participants to overcome inhibition, especially if they know other people in the group. The group effect is a useful resource in data analysis. Participant interaction is useful to analyze interaction. Advantages: some people may be uncomfortable in group setting and nervous when speaking in front of others. Not everyone may contribute. Any other people may contaminate or individual view. Don't đi ra. Đi ra. Rồi, đi ra. Xong rồi, cái clip này xong phim tôi rồi. Clip này là chỉ có một mình tôi coi thôi. Type of questionnaire. Type questionnaire, close-ended, open-ended, and combination. Alright, close-ended question with predefined answer question. Predefined answer question, ví dụ như là multiple choice, nó là gọi là close-ended. Open-ended là question allowing free responses. Combination là a mix of closed and open-ended question. Okay, questionnaire có 3 loại: open-ended, closed-ended và combination. Open-ended là free answer, free option. Rồi closed-ended là with a predefined answer. Rồi combination là mixed. Thôi. Undertaking participant observation. Open-ended, closed-ended, combination. Direct observation. Observing a subject in a specific situation. Technology like cameras. Common in health and psychology research. Participant observation. The researcher actively participate in the life of those being observed. Participant observation là người nghiên cứu sẽ tham gia vào luôn. Thứ ba là non-participant observation. The researcher observe without getting involved. Non-participant observation. Ok. Rồi, có 3 loại participant of observation, quan sát người nghiên cứu, sát người tham gia. Direct observation, participant observation and non-participant observation. Direct observation là có thể là observe the subject in a specific situation, often using technology such as a camera. Participant researcher involved in the researching process. Participate in the life of those being observed. Có nghĩa là researcher without getting involved. Choosing your method. Quantitative research. Survey using questionnaire or structured interview. Qualitative research, case study using semi-structured interview, observation, or document analysis. Consideration, define your needs and resource. Think about your purpose. Reflect on your personality, strength, and preference when selecting method. Có 3 cái. Define your needs and resource. Define your need and resource. Purpose và personality, strength, and preference. Needs and resource, purpose, needs and resource, purpose, personality, strength, preference. Rồi. Research method or tools to collect, gather data. Interview include unstructured, semi-structured, and structured type conducted face-to-face over the phone. Focus group involve group condition led by a facilitator. Questionnaire can be open-ended, closed-ended, or mixed or combination. Participant observation often include in a culture participant observation, merging the culture deeper understanding. The chosen method should give a collection of research tool, purpose, budget, time, and personal preference. Rồi, xong bài 2.